And welcome back to our Winchcombe Street shop here in Cheltenham. We're with Sam Thomas, Gold Cup winning jockey and now trainer, and we have 3 races to look forward to in preview. Don't forget as well, with Cause of Causes, that is our 50-to-1 sign-up offer. He goes in the cross-country, won it last year. Slightly worried about the ground, but it's take your pick time in this race, and this could be actually a really quality race with some interesting contenders.
Yeah, I think so. I think this year we're in for a treat. There's some nice horses in here. Obviously, the Irish are so dominant in years gone by. For me, there's a couple of French contenders which are quite interesting. Number 15, Vicomte de Soy. It was second in this race, not at the festival, but second over these fences back earlier on in the season. Charlie Deutsch rides, takes a bit of weight off, and I think it's also got a good chance. Loves the mud, and should be a good each way price. Another one is number 11, The Last Samurai. Former second in the Grand National, stays very well, loves the mud. He's got bags and bags of stamina, and reportedly he absolutely loved the fences when they came to school him. So he could be one of those horses that's maybe crying out for a bit of a change in scenery, and might just find things a bit easier in this race.
It's quite a unique test, and you've got to keep your wits about you, obviously, with the track and the jockeys. But do you think it's the sort of contest that a horse can really come alive as a new discipline?
I think so. Look, I mean, some of these horses that, like I say, have been top class, they're now stepping down in grade. It all happens a stride slower. There's different fences. They're turning all the time. It just keeps them interested. And like we've seen with Bless the Wings, he's come from Alan King's and gone to Gordon's and has done nothing but improve, and absolutely loves it around here. So it definitely brings out the best in some of these older types.
Yeah, and I think with the inclusion of The Last Samurai, it adds that bit of quality to this race, which I think has grown in stature since the introduction. So you're 2. I think we can have 2 in this race.
Yeah, I think so. The Last Samurai, and like I say, this French horse, Vicomte de Soy, at an each way price.
Okay, we'll look forward to that, and don't forget as well that 50-to-1 sign-up offer for Cause of Causes for Gordon Elliott, and he won the race last year. He was a marvellous horse, Cause of Causes. Now the Fred Winter for the juveniles. This is the handicap for those that won't be running on the Triumph Hurdle Day. What do you think about this year's renewal?
Tricky. As it always is, there's horses coming in here just after a couple of runs. A lot of them have been impressive. But again, for me, I'm just going to go with an angle that with a horse which I know is going to handle the ground, and that's another French horse, really interesting one, trained by David Cotin, was a very, very good jockey himself, and now training in France. And in his first season alone, he's doing really well. He's had some graded winners, and this horse was really impressive in France, winning last time. And like I say, bringing that form with the ground coming into this race, I think is going to have a good each way squeak.
And for those looking at the card and David Cotin, they might not be too familiar. Can you tell us a bit about his background and his history?
Yeah, like I say, in France, he was top class as a jockey. He actually spent a bit of time with Paul Nicholls and had some good rides over here for him, and then was forced to retire, unfortunately, through injury. But like I say, since training now, he's been sent some very good horses from some big owners and has done really, really well. So he's definitely a trainer to watch out for.
Okay, well, Sam, we'll wrap up with the final race of the day, and it's the Champion Bubba. This is a test for young horses. Do you see anything in here?
Well.
It is indeed, yeah. What do you like?
Well, I'm going to mention the horse number 15, the Banner King Rebel, trained down the road by Jamie Snowden. He's a lovely horse by Arakan. I see him on the gallops regularly, and he was really impressive in both his bumpers. He's won it quite well in both times now, and is always sort of doing his best work at the end of the race. Don't get me wrong, I think the Irish have a very strong hand here, but again, just for a bit more of a bit more value, a bit more of an each way price, I feel he's a horse which is progressing and could run well again.
Yeah, and trainer Jamie Snowden, it was a big day for him at Sandown last week, but he's had a really good season. So we'll look out for the Banner King in the 5:30. Sam, before we let you go, give us your best bet of the day.
Well, look, I mean, let's hope Sam Crow with the best name goes and does it and keeps his reputation.
Of course, I can't believe I missed out on that, the Sam Crow link. Well, thanks, Sam. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll look forward to the day's action. Don't forget as well, best odds guaranteed at Cheltenham here at Ladbrokes.